Hold on. Oh my God. Why are people not where I need them to be? Where I need them to be? It's live. Because she said we're going live. So I press the button.
It's not quite easy to host.
Hello and welcome back to the second annual Ghana HempTech Conference. This is your host, Davisha L. Johnson. We are live in Accra and we are coming to you now with real estate in Africa with My Ace China, who's coming to us live from Nigeria. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Thank you very much, Davisha. I'm super duper awesome, and I'm even better being live here with you today.
Thank you. Thank you. So our audience is from various places around Africa and the world. So I'm very interested to hear about what it is that you do. I will give a brief introduction. I was looking for your bio, but I believe that you have a robust and important conversation to have with people to let them know who you are. So I will leave you to that. But I will say that My Ace China is the mayor of housing. He's an expert in real estate developments on the continent of Africa. And we'll be bringing you today information as part of Investment Day of the first day of the Ghana HempTech Conference with information on real estate in Ghana, as well as several other African countries. So, sir, the floor is yours. And thank you for coming to the second annual Ghana HempTech Conference.
Thank you, Davisha, and thank you, everybody. You're welcome. My name is My Ace China, as you said, and I'm a real estate success strategist and the mayor of housing. I'm a seasoned real estate solutions expert, and I'm very passionate about solving the housing problems in Africa. And I believe I'm your one-stop man for all real estate and housing solutions. And my passion has brought me thus far by delivering solution to a lot of a lot of Africans starting from Nigeria. I also have exploits in Ghana, in Rwanda, and Cameroon. And watch out the rest of Africa because we are coming like a tornado and we are taking over everywhere with that energy because the solution I champion through my partner's lifestyle asset hub is a solution that it's potentially going to solve the housing problem in Africa and the third world. So you're welcome today to this presentation, and I'm going to jump right in. Somewhere along the line, I'll also give you some tips about who I am in the course of the presentation. So today we'll be talking about real estate in Africa. And I'm going to open our eyes to something that will shock most of us because many of us, we know real estate in Africa just in two dichotomy way. Either the diaspora that are used to the mortgage system, or those of us in Africa that are used to either the buy system or the build system. I'm going to shock you with an alternative we've discovered and are already applying and is already yielding exponential results that will shock you. So I'm a real estate success strategist, as I said. I'm the mayor of housing. And we're building the biggest real estate cooperative in Africa called Own Your Dream. And I'm the chief strategist for that cooperative. It will surprise you that I have a background in medical laboratory science. I'm still licensed till date. And as a real estate success strategist, I don't sell houses, I sell value. So you're welcome. So overview, what's the importance of real estate? I usually tell people, especially those willing to listen, that the greatest wealth in the world is real estate. In the world, over 98% of the world's millionaires either were produced by real estate or have investment in real estate or shield their money in real estate. And it's so important, I tell people, that the wealth of the earth is the earth. You either build it, which is real estate, or you till it, which is agriculture. And these two sectors will never go extinct. There's this rave about automations of machine, and in the near future, a lot of robots are going to take a lot of jobs from people that are doing some manual jobs that robots can duplicate. But even if robots run over the world, we will still eat organic food, agriculture, and we'll still live in a house, real estate. And never anywhere in the world has the value of land, which is the actual basic template of real estate, gone down. It has always been an appreciating value over the years. So real estate is so important that it's a no-brainer for anybody that understands value. Then what are the dynamics of real estate in Africa? Briefly, in Africa, real estate has been undergoing what I call the interference dynamics. Historically, we started building ourselves. Most African communities back then in history, before the colonial masters and the forming of countries and governments, we built for ourselves, and land was an abundant asset that was inherited and shared. And you could go make your local clay and house yourself. In fact, once you were old enough, you just took a piece of land and built yourself a hut or a little dwelling. Then came civilization, and then came government. And then building of houses were overrun by the borrowed technology and government interference. And now we started having what we call housing deficit or shortage, because houses needed to build from foreign materials and from government intervention. So if you didn't have the funds to buy a house, or you didn't have the fund to buy the building materials for a house, you were left out. And then the system that supported that foreign government that brought their housing system to us was not fully established in Africa, which is mortgage. So it created a lacuna which has been there over the ages, and you see a lot of real estate or housing disparity. And that has created a few class of people called the landlords. And there's almost like a forever feud between the tenants and the landlord. The tenants complaining that the landlords are asking for exorbitant rent, and the landlords complaining that the tenants are not paying enough rent. Why? Because most of the people that own the decent houses in Africa don't live in them, and most of the people that live in decent houses don't have the ability to buy and build. Only about 1% to 3% of Africans have the capacity to own and live in their own houses. So, and this has created a huge problem. And as Jack Ma would say, wherever the people complain, there is money. And so I call problems money, and the size of the problem determines the size of the money. In Nigeria, for instance, there are 22 million housing deficits. In Africa, over 32 million units of housing deficit. And this is why, for investment, you want to invest in a vehicle that is safe. Number one, security is the number one consideration in investment. You want to invest in a vehicle that is predictable. Predictability of returns is a requirement. And then you have to invest in an opportunity that's scalable. Scalability of your investment is very important, because you wouldn't want to invest in something that's saturated or has a ceiling. So, and why Africans home and abroad should have real estate for both residence and investment purposes is that, number one, rent is the greatest expense. So if you are still paying rent, is a huge expense for most Africans. In fact, in Abuja, where I am resident, most workplace professionals just work for their landlords and their children's school proprietor, because by the time they take away rent and the school fees of their wards, they are left with either broke or in deficit and need to borrow. So number one, you need to own real estate for residents and cut off rent. So I tell people, your landlord is not the problem, your rent is. So don't kill your landlord, kill your rent, own a house. And then for investment purposes, as I said, until the world ends, real estate will be here with us. It is so safe that the financial industry world over require it as a security. Think about that. It's a no-brainer. And then it's so predictable that people will always live in houses and people will always pay rent. Even when the pandemic was at its peak here in Africa, I don't know if there's any country where your landlord reduced your rent. You can just wave and indicate or tell me in the questions and answer session. In Nigeria here, the rent did not go down. In fact, in some places, rent increased during the lockdown. That's how predictable. So instead of complaining of the industry, you take advantage of the industry. And what are the vehicles for safely owning a property here in Africa in the most modest way and safe way? Safety, very important. Modest entry point. That is one of the opportunities I'll be showing you today. And then if there are countries where mortgage is strong, congratulations. Institutionalization is very important. And having an institution that is strong enough to transcend countries, that is not just in one particular country, is very important. Having an opportunity for you to come in with low entry is also very important. I will be showing you that very soon. The importance of real estate in Africa is that we are growing at a population that is alarming, a population rate that Africa has got all the treasures in the treasure. The treasure of the world is the earth. So you're either tilling it agriculture or you're building it real estate. And then you're either also digging it mining. Africa has got 98% of the world treasures hidden in the treasure of this earth. But over the years, Africa has been raped of this treasure by allowing other foreign countries to come in to either mine the treasure or to buy our agri produce or to build the houses. Whenever you have one foreign landlord in Africa, we are losing so much value in capital flight because wages, according to Jim Rohn, will only make you a living, but profit makes you a fortune. So the importance of real estate in Africa is to equalize the inequality that has been created in Africa. Many Africans work in the diaspora. They earn a living there, which is just wages, but they don't earn profit there. This is an opportunity for us to not only repatriate part of the profit and the wages we earn in the diaspora, but to keep the bulk of the profit we earn in Africa. And we have a solution for Africa by Africans in Africa. And it is only where the profit ends that the fortune goes. So this is an opportunity for us to act fast, because at the rate it is going, there are other parts of the world, like part of Asia and the Caribbean, that are having plans for housing in Africa. By the time, for instance, a Chinese owns all the houses in Nigeria, he doesn't need a citizenship to be the owner of Nigeria, because we all be paying rent to him, and then whatever other wealth we create will only give us a living. All the fortune will be in China with the landlord. Think about the word landlord. The word lord, land. So you can call lord of the land. And if we claim we're Africans and we are not lords of our land, then there's a big lacuna. But lucky enough, hopefully from this presentation, you'll be able to fill in that lacuna. Now, as I said earlier on, the dynamic of real estate in Africa is very, very unique in that most Africans wait for government intervention, and government housing schemes have been weakened, because the weaker the government, the less their determinations to deliver these housing schemes. And most business people, very few of them are interested in real estate because they feel it's a slow vehicle, because in Africa, you need the capital to either build or the capital to buy. But I've got news for you today, because there's a third alternative, and which is why we should do that. And then, as I said before, it's a no-brainer. I talk about those at home. Don't call it a home if you don't own it. The difference between a home and a house is rent. If you're paying rent for it, it is not a home, it's a house. And most Africans live in houses in Africa. It is time for Africans to come home by owning their home and living in a home. So I'll show you an opportunity that you can use to sack your landlord and get a home for yourself. And then if you're an African in diaspora or also an African here, you want to invest, the 32 million housing deficit throws off billions of dollars in value in returns for those that will solve that problem. And the only prayer I have today is that one smart foreigner will not hear this presentation and rush and make the huge investment to solving that problem and rape Africa of all that returns. I'm hoping that I'm speaking to Africans who take advantage so that we can own the wealth coming out of solving this problem of the housing deficit. So security, as I said, the greatest heartbreak I have when I listen to people in the course of the 3 years I've been in this industry is one sentence. And it breaks my heart so much. I just hope none of you says this. I hope there's nobody in this conference that says this. I don't need a house. I already have a house. And I just get so heartbroken. Why? It is not about houses. It's about financial and future security. I call it roof to riches. If you already own a house, good for you. But how many houses do you own that are paying you rent? It is so important that my mentor, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and the author of Cash Flow Quadrant, he started with one house, Robert Kiyosaki, started with one house in 1987. Now he has over 7,000 houses that pay him rent. It's about passive income and security. Everybody wants a secured investment that will still be there when they leave. And the most secured investment that you can leave for your generations after is real estate. In fact, real estate is so important that when you go to the bank, which is a financial institute, to borrow money, guess what? They will not lend you money on their own bank share certificate. Let's say you buy the shares of a particular bank, let's say Zenith Bank in Nigeria, and you need some money. You go to the bank and say, I have your shares. Take it as a collateral and give me money. They will not give you money. Guess what? They'll ask for real estate. So it's so secure that even the financial industry requires this for security. And old age, being rent does not question your age. Rent does not question your smartness. Some of you are smarter than your landlords. You can agree. Rent does not even question your locus. Some of you, your landlords are not resident in your country and you still pay rent to them. So the only thing you can do is to invest in real estate. And then when you're old, this rental value will take care of you. And imagine the joy of giving or giving out these houses as an inheritance to your children and your children's children. So the only best way to grow old is on a lot of houses. And then just like I said, imagine the smiles on their faces. Wow, if you don't get them a home, if your kids have to move from house to house when you're gone or when you're old, I don't think you've done enough to secure their future. Imagine them so secure because they don't have to think of house rent. And they are not just so secured in those houses, but they have other houses that are doling out enough rent to take care of their futures and also their children's children. I believe the best thing you can do is to own real estate. Remember I said the wealth of the earth is the earth. You either till it, agric or mining, or you build it, real estate. Either way, that wealth will never go away. So we have vehicles for you to own real estate in Africa with the most modest investment. If you're not buoyant enough to buy outrightly and you're not buoyant enough to build outrightly, most Nigerian or Africans in the diaspora run into the stress of looking for trusted third party to build for them while in the diaspora. And there are a lot of touching stories of people giving third parties opportunities to build and then they come back and meet nothing. So heartbreaking. But we have a vehicle. It's better than mortgage. It's safer than mortgage. It is self-sustaining. It's self-duplicating. And it's self-auditing. That we don't need the government. We don't need investors. We just need ourselves. And it is predicated on the biggest strength Africa has. Nigeria has got the biggest of it. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. not in economics, not in any other thing. But right now, it's only left in population. We are the most populated black nation in the world. And while in Nigeria, we thought about a vehicle and we asked what is our greatest strength? And we said numbers. So we created a vehicle that is predicated on social capital and the number of people you are able to work with. And we have codenamed that model social funding. If you're writing, this is when you need to write social funding. And this model we codenamed social funding is being championed by a company called Lifestyle Asset Hub. Lifestyle Asset Hub is a company I was privileged to co-create. I was a founding director in that company 3 years ago. I was their success strategist and I help modify this social funding. And what you're seeing right here on your screen is an eco-friendly Google Smart 4-bedroom linked terrace duplex with a rooftop private swimming pool and a BQ en suite. On the ground floor, we've got the parking space and a BQ. On the first floor, we've got the guest lounge, we've got the guest room, we've got the kitchen, the dining, and another BQ. And on the first floor, we have, or the second floor from the basement, because we have basement, first floor, second floor, and first and second floor. So on the first floor, we have 2 standard rooms and another family lounge, a study on the first floor. Then the top floor, which is the second floor outside the basement, is what we call the luxury floor. And it's got a luxury penthouse suite with a rooftop private swimming pool on each unit. And we are the first company in Africa to commercially render residential buildings with a rooftop private swimming pool on each unit. And all what I spoke about, you can see in this video that I will be playing right now.
Allow me to introduce to you something you've dreamt of all your life. That very thing you deserve more than anyone else. It is the very thing you know that will give you a good life. Allow me to introduce to you your dream home. Sitting on a 300 square meter space per unit in an eco-friendly green environment with natural green solutions bespoke to your taste and a serene green ambience that offers tranquility to your soul. It is a 4-bedroom Google Smart Link terrace with a rooftop private swimming pool built with state-of-the-art, best finishing materials to meet your need for luxury and style while maintaining durability and functionality. The ventilation and circulation space between dual units and rooftop private swimming pool makes it a unique terrace like no other. While offering a front parking space for 4 vehicles, on the ground floor is the guest lounge and the guest room with the dining fully finished and only floor is a 2-bedroom family lounge and library floor, all fully automated to meet your whims and desires. While the pest house has got the luxury private swimming pool, a massive penthouse suite with lounge and open terrace. The penthouse of this building is actually the luxury crown of this luxurious piece of your dream architecture. Elevator columns are also provided for your upgrade choice. It's a design straight out of your dreams. Now that you've known her, let me now show you how you can own her.
Now that's just one shape of prototype. We have one prototype in 3 shapes. The second shape is the one with the basement that allows you to have a parking space under. But what I want to show you is our superstructure that was inspired by Ghana. So Ghana, thank you for this inspiration. This maximizes land economics and builds vertically. So, and for any part of the world that has solved the housing problem, they have to develop vertically to take advantage of the land economics. So we are having this in Ghana in Airport Residential Accra, and it's a maisonette. A maisonette is duplex on top of duplexes. And at the rooftop, we've got this lawn tennis or basketball or badminton or volleyball court. And then we've got the utility floor with the gym and the sit-out courtyard. And then it also comes with basement parking for the residents. And each unit, we've got enough parking space on the ground to take care of that unit. It comes with food courts where you can have external feeding. Just imagine it like a serviced apartment, which you call your home. And the elevator service area are fully serviced. And the living rooms are bigger than the first model because that's a country style model in 3 floors. But this is in 2 floors. So the floors are wider. The swimming pool is also bigger because it's just 2 floors. So it expands more horizontally than vertically. Each unit comes with this private swimming pool on each unit. The kitchens are a little bit wider because it's a 2 floor. And only the kitchen comes fully furnished. You get this building fully finished. It's a 4-bedroom duplex with a maid's room. And all the rooms are elegant and classy and spacey. And we did this design with diasporans in mind, giving you a kind of what you get in the diaspora here in Africa. And this is just to showcase the first model I showed, but with basement parking. So in places where land is a constraint and there isn't enough space for you to park your vehicles in the abyss of the compound, you can park them on the ground. So the very first one, there's no basement parking. Then the second one is the superstructure. This is the one with basement parking that allows you more space maximization, and you can have recreational spaces outside your house. And all this comes fully eco-friendly and fully automated with fiber to the house and all automation smart options available, with the rooftop swimming pool having a 10 years leak-proof warranty. And it comes with 24 hours power grid. Most of the estates are supplied off grid, and you can see the rooftop private swimming pool on each unit. It's designed straight out of your dreams, and it's something that is already causing a lot of flair here. So now that you've seen her, what are the vehicles through which you can own her? This beautiful piece of real estate or architecture you've seen typically cost between $170,000 to $320,000. So you can, whatever country you do, you can do the exchange. It's typically 170 USD to 350 USD. Where we are building in Ghana, for instance, a airport residential, because of the economics of land there, it comes at 320 USD. But parts of Nigeria, there are places it comes for 180, 170, depends on the location. But we have a model, a vehicle that unifies that, and I'll be sharing that shortly. So what is the low income or low entry point for this ownership? We have a website. Please, if you're writing LHBH, is Luxury Home Back Home. Go to luxuryhomeback.home.com and you can get more details. So if you're writing, take note of that website. So for this presentation, we have a special offer where you can pay $10,000 installment payment for that building, and you book a spot. What you book a spot, it means you own one of those buildings off plan. You book a spot in any of the lands we are, and we're in so many locations across Africa. I'll be sharing those locations with us shortly. And all you need to do is make a deposit of $10,000. The locations, I was trying to see if I could get the slide that contains our locations, but we are in 12 different locations right now across Africa, 9 in Nigeria. Please know that this model social funding was born in Nigeria. So we're in 9 different cities in Nigeria. If you know Nigeria very well, we're in Abuja, we're in Lagos, we're in Ibadan, we're in Kano, we're in Enugu, we're in Uyo. I'm coming to you live from Uyo. We're in Port Harcourt, we're in Oka, we're in Enugu, I've mentioned that. And then outside Nigeria, we're in Accra, Ghana, Airport Residential. We're in Yaoundé, Cameroon, and we just recently launched Kigali in Rwanda. So, and more locations. I know we are in advanced talks to launch our Cote d'Ivoire and estate very soon. So you just pay $10,000 as a first installment and you book a spot. And you get an opportunity to pay the 50% of either the 170, 180, or 200, depending on the location, building within 6 months after that. So that means you have a payment plan that is spread across 6 months of the 50% sum of the building. And then upon achieving 50% installmental payment, in addition to booking a spot, which is to say this is where your house will be in this estate, you also get a performance bond from the company Lifestyle Asset Hub Limited of the property sum to cover your risk and cover everything and give you protection. What does that mean? Let's say you are going for a $170,000 apartment and you pay $10,000. So you have $160,000 to go. And in 6 months, let's say you are able to do the $80,000. Now the company will issue you a corporate performance bond on $170,000, and 20% of $170,000 is $320,000. It's 320. So they give you that as an assurance that whatever happens, any amount you would have paid at the end of the day, if you don't get the apartment, you get a cashback of 120%. The sum you've deposited plus 20%. And then construction begins at this stage. I'll begin to build your house 6 months into the plan while you are also making your contributions. And we have a 10 months turnaround time to conclude our construction. That means you paid in the first month $10,000. You did a 6 months payment plan, and in 6 months, you've done 50% of the sum, which is 7 months. In that 7th month, we'll start construction. It means 17 months after your first installment, you would have finished construction. And we are hoping in the second 6-month phase of the 10 months that you will also complete the balance. And there is a grace for you to do that balance in 15 months. So let's say you did the 170, you've paid 80,000, you paid your $10,000 down payment, you've paid 80,000 over 6 months. You have another 15 months instead of 6 months to do the balance of the 50%. So it gives you more comfort because your house is now there. So, and you choose your payment plan. We don't determine or dictate for you because we believe that different Africans have different reality. Some of you might be earning monthly. Some of you are earning quarterly because you're a businessman. You choose your payment plan. All we give you is 15 months. You tell us how you want to achieve that. And then once you achieve 75% payment, you move into your house while owing us 25% payment. So you start getting a feel of the house. You move in. You are able to start living in the house. And then the 50%, remember, you have 6 months to achieve it. If you fail to achieve it before the construction, you still have an extra 2 months at no additional payment. It's a grace that is given to you. So the first 6 months is 6 or 8 months. And after 8 months, you still couldn't meet up. We'll give you an opportunity to downgrade your investment to what we call the Elite VVIP. The Elite VVIP gives you an opportunity to own that same house for a payment of $44,000 instead of $300,000. $44,000 instead of $300,000. Or that's our Elite VVIP. Please take note of the website LHBH, luxuryhomebackHome.com, and check out our Elite VVIP package. Or you can go to our partner page, lifestyleasset.hub.com, and click on Elite VVIP. You see how you can own that same house for $44,000. So if you are not able to meet up with your $80,000, you can downgrade your subscription to $44,000 and we'll refund you the balance, and you subscribe for the Elite VVIP. Or you can request for 3 months additional grace at a 10% extra charge if you want to go on with our offer. So, and I'll be talking more about the early VVIP shortly. Then, if you are not interested in our offer and you are used to mortgage, I usually tell people, understand, in Africa, we just try to duplicate everything we learn from the diaspora. But if you check the dictionary meaning of mort, a mortician is somebody that handles dead people. A mortuary is where dead people. So mort has to do with death, and gauge is like an engagement or a commitment. So mortgage means indebted until death. So if you are one of those people, I tell people a lot, we don't use mortgage as our principal vehicle, but we also provide it as an option for those that are used to debt or mortgage. And I tell people the principal product of mortgage is not a house. The principal product of a mortgage is debt. So if you have good credit rating and good debt ratings, debt is not a bad thing. There's positive debt and negative debt. But if you have positive debt and you want to take advantage of the mortgage, please reach out to us. We've got some beautiful mortgage arrangements we've done in Ghana and across other different countries that will help you own that same opportunity. Now, you don't have your $170,000, your $10,000 to begin with, and the $80,000 to spread in 6 months to 8 months, and the $80,000 to spread in 15 months while we build for you. And you get to possess the house when you upon 75% payment. And you don't want to do the elite VVIP. Now, this is where I'll talk about the elite VVIP. Elite VVIP is what we call social funding, where you can subscribe with $44,000 and you recommend 4 people that also subscribe with $44,000 and you get a house. And you don't make any other payment. The $44,000 is a one-time only cash payment. And that's all. And you own the house. And it's not network marketing because it doesn't have perpetuity. When you own the house, you leave the system. So there's no pyramid scheme. You don't need to market. There's a marketing team that supports you with the marketing. So you don't refer people, you recommend people. It has a cashback guarantee that says if you are not able to get those that will pay 44, your 44 can be a down payment for the $170,000 house, or you can ask for a refund after 12 months. And it is not a pyramid scheme. It gives no room for multiple accounts, so it cannot be manipulated. It's a safe, wonderful system we've developed here in Nigeria, and it's already working so much. We started that about 3 years ago. In fact, it has caught on now because the latest person to qualify for a house in Port Harcourt, Madam Mercy Amaso, she did it in 2 days. She paid it for $44,000 on a Monday, called her friends together, and we spoke to them on a Tuesday. By Wednesday, 4 of them subscribed with $44,000, and she already had a house. And if you do that in less than a month, you get a brand new car added to the house. And you can choose your house across any of these locations of Ghana, Accra, Ghana, Airport Residential, Kigali, Rwanda, Yaoundé, Cameroon, Nigeria, Abuja, Lagos. And I tell people it is risky to have all your real estate investment in one location in case of eventualities, and other locations buffers it. And it's also risky to have all your real estate portfolio in one currency. In terms of currency fluctuation, the other currency buffers it. So if that early VVIP is not exciting enough for you, we have what we call the Mayor of Housing one-time offer. You can own the same house that somebody will pay $170 to $320 thousand dollars for. You can own it through a done-for-you social funding model of $60,000. So instead of paying for $4,000 and recommending people, you pay a one-off $60,000, and the Mayor of Housing will do the work for you. And in 12 to 18 months, you get the keys to your house, no stress. If you want details of that, just contact us or go to LHBH. We have all that, or the mayorofhousing.com. We have all that. I tell people opportunities are not meant to be celebrated. They are meant to be exploited. This is an opportunity a lot of people are exploiting. I myself, this opportunity is what made me the Mayor of Housing, because I met this company as a corporate compare 3 years ago. I started as a staff. In a couple of months, I was made a director. In a few months, I was made a shareholder. And I started with nothing 3 years ago. Right now, I have 8 of these units of houses worth of, each of them is worth about $300,000. So 8 of them, you can imagine about $3.2 million thereabout. And all this happened in just 3 short years. And anybody can take advantage. And I started then with just 1.5 million naira, which is about, it was less than $5,000 then. It's about $5,000 thereabout. And that's what I started with. So this is an opportunity we've given to Africans in diaspora and Africans in Africa. Social funding is a solution for Africans by Africans in Africa. And it's so self-sustaining, self-auditing, and self-duplicating that we don't need a third-party insurance house. All our houses are insured not for the money, but for burglary and fire. The system is so safe and automated that it's self-auditing. And you can learn more about this system if you reach out to me on my email, my hchina@themayorofhousing.com. My phone numbers are on the screen, and the 2 phone numbers. Or just go to the website, luxuryhomebackHome.com, and learn more. But before I end, let me tell us that most of us look for money. Most of us look for help. But the deepest pocket in the world is the one in between your ears. If you dig it deep enough, it can give you everything you want. And the tragedy of Africa is not lack of wealth. The tragedy of Africa is that somebody somewhere has deceived us into believing that paper is wealth. Before the advent of colonialism, people knew that productivity, trust, exchange, and activity was wealth. And a lot of activity was going on in Africa. It was the richest part of the world. We had everything. We had agriculture. We had mining. We had productivity on the backs of collaborations. We had cooperatives and farmers cooperatives and miners cooperatives. We were very abundant until 2 things happened. One, the illusions of a paper that they call cash. And we thought cash was money. That's the greatest tragedy still in Africa today. A lot of us think that cash is money. Money is not cash. Money is knowledge. Money is trust. Money is relationship. In fact, relationship is the greatest money. Money is integrity. And the latest money is attention. Money is attention. Money is not paper. Because when money became a currency, cash flow became more money than cash. But in Africa, we think cash is money. Personal productivity and intrinsic value is actually the real money. And the second thing that was that we used to be independent, tilling the land, building the land, and mining the land until somebody came and created something called government and gave us an illusion that one so-called government will take care of us. The solution to Africans is not a government, but you and I. If you watch the men who built America, you know they are capitalists and businessmen. It is time for us to build Africa businessmen in the world over that are from Africa. And I'm just contributing this vehicle of real estate as the best solution and the best opportunity I know for you to do that. Thank you very much. So I think if you have questions, we would like to take them. So are we there? Is my host there? I'd like to take questions and answers, and you are free to ask any questions, any concerns. This is a system I helped develop. So, and it has produced already about 80 something homeowners in between last year and this year alone. And about 5 of them came through the contributory route, and they didn't have to pay much to own houses. And it's got the potential to give 70% of Africans housing. So I'm looking forward to the questions, and I'm so eager to answer them. Are we there?
Thank
Good. I
you
was
so much.
wondering
Can you
what
hear
happened.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was wondering what happened to you.
I've been here.
I was scared I was gonna lose you.
Yes, I've been here the whole time.
I don't want to lose
No,
you. So
no, no,
can we
no.
do
That
this
was
Q&A?
amazing. Let me just
Thank
say,
you. Thank you.
yes, that was amazing. I really appreciate you taking the time to put that together. I have never seen a swimming pool by my bed, but I would love to have one. The design is amazing.
Thank
I
you.
went to school for architecture and construction myself, so when I say the design is amazing, it's coming from someone that knows what that looks like. So I'm
Thank
very
you.
interested, and I know a lot of people that have been watching this live on Facebook and YouTube, that they are very interested to know more. I see that you have given your contact information, but I do have one question. So how can
Please shoot.
people go? How can people go to see some of these sites in these different countries that you have? Is there contacts for each? Do you just match the people that are in those respective countries? Or can I develop some type of travel tour to go see all of your properties? How does that work?
Okay, beautiful. We've got a virtual tour that we're organizing in every of those countries. We've got offices in Ghana, we've got offices in Nigeria, in Lagos, in different locations. So all you need to do is to contact us and say, I want a tour. And if you're in that country, let's say you're in Ghana and you want to see the Ghana site, we'll hook you up with one of our local realtors and partners that will take you down there to that very country of that very location to see that location. But if you're not in Ghana and you want a virtual tour, we can hook you up with a video that takes you straight to that site from anywhere you are in the world. Like in Port Harcourt, for instance, we recently did a presentation yesterday for those in Port Harcourt and some of them in diaspora. And I think I'll be sharing that video with you shortly. Do we have that Port Harcourt video at the last bottom? So we just take you on a tour, on a virtual tour. If you go to YouTube, My Ace China, and you check the most beautiful, play that video for me. Let me see. And you check the most beautiful estate. It takes you on a tour so that whatever part of the world is, you can visit that location virtually. So let's say you are a Ghanaian in Canada. You don't need to travel from Canada to Ghana to go see our site in Ghana. All you do is you play a virtual tour, which we have uploaded to YouTube, that allows you to see what part of Ghana. It takes you to the surrounding parts of it. It's an interesting journey. For those that care, I'll be sharing the video link for the Port Harcourt shortly because that's where I am right now. But other resources for how you can see the site, once you contact us, we'll give you everything you need and you can see those sites firsthand.
Great, great. So send me the information and we will put it along the bottom for the rest of the conference. So people that will go and watch this video later on tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, they can see your information so they will not have missed this because it was amazing. And I really appreciate you, My Ace China, all the way from Port Harcourt in Nigeria, for joining us for the second annual Ghana HempTech Conference. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this so much. And we're doing this virtually this time. Maybe the next time I'll be there live in Ghana. Ghana is one country we love so much, and I personally love so much. And I just love Africans because when I realized the amount of wealth even in Africans, I discovered it's even richer than what is in the soils of Africa. So I look forward to meeting you guys, and I look forward to seeing you all at the top.
Yes. Absolutely. Thank you. That was My Ace China with real estate in Africa. This has been an amazing presentation for the last 45 minutes. He has gone over all types of designs and all types of opportunities. I think it was a $10,000 deposit that you make. I don't know about you, but I know plenty of people that have spent $10,000 on other things that they could have been spending it here. So we
Exactly.
appreciate My Ace China coming to the second annual
Thank
Ghana
you.
HempTech Conference today to present
Thank
real
you.
estate in Africa. Next, we will
Thank you.
have Miss Nataki Kaban live here in person from the second annual Ghana HempTech Conference. We will be right back. This has been your host. This is your host, Devisha L. Johnson, and we'll be right back with our next presenter to present on getting investment ready. So if you want to be an investor and you want to get $10,000 to give My Ace China, you need to come back in about 10 minutes for our next presenter on getting investment ready. This is the second annual Ghana HempTech Conference. We'll see you soon.
Wait, I need to send. How do I send from my phone?